Emma lived in a small, quiet town with her mother, Mrs. Green. Emma was 22 years old, with soft brown hair and bright green eyes. She had big dreams of living a happy life, built on love and kindness. But her mother had different ideas. Mrs. Green was a stern woman who had raised Emma alone after her husband passed away. Life had not been easy for them, and Mrs. Green believed that wealth was the only way to have a secure and comfortable future. She wanted Emma to marry Liam, a rich businessman who owned a successful store in town. "Emma, you must think about your future," Mrs. Green said one evening as they sat at the kitchen table. "Liam can give you a life I never could." Emma looked at her mother. "But I don't love him, Mom," she replied softly. Her heart felt heavy. The thought of marrying Liam made her sad. He was polite, but cold and distant. She couldn't imagine a life with him. "Love doesn't pay the bills, Emma," her mother said firmly. "You'll thank me later." Emma stayed silent, staring at the floor. She wanted to follow her dreams, but she didn't want to disappoint her mother. If you like this story so far, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. The next morning, Emma went to the market to clear her head. She rode her old bicycle, a gift from her father, which had seen better days. On the way, the chain broke, and she had to stop. Feeling frustrated, she looked around for help. "Need a hand?" a cheerful voice called out. Emma turned to see Jack, a young man with messy brown hair and kind blue eyes, walking toward her. He worked at the local repair shop and often helped people around town. Jack knelt beside her bicycle and fixed the chain in minutes. "There you go," he said, smiling. Emma thanked him, and they began talking. She learned that Jack had big dreams too, but he believed in working hard and building a simple, happy life. Over the next few weeks, Emma and Jack met often. He showed her the little garden he had planted behind his shop, and they talked about everything: life, dreams, and love. Emma started to feel something for Jack that she had never felt for Liam. He made her smile, and his kindness warmed her heart. But at home, the pressure was growing. Mrs. Green had already spoken to Liam's family and set a wedding date. "It's time you stopped dreaming, Emma," her mother said firmly. "This marriage will help us both." Emma felt trapped. She couldn't stop thinking about Jack, but she didn't know how to tell her mother. One evening, she confessed her feelings to Jack. "I don't want to marry Liam," she said, her voice trembling. "But my mother won't listen." Jack looked at her gently. "You have to follow your heart, Emma. Life is too short to live someone else's dream." Emma nodded, but tears filled her eyes. How could she choose between her mother's wishes and her own happiness? The day of the wedding arrived quickly, and Emma felt like she was walking in a dream or a nightmare. She stood in her room, dressed in a beautiful white gown. Her mother had a proud smile on her face as she adjusted Emma's veil. "This is the best decision for you, Emma," Mrs. Green said. "You'll thank me when you're living a life of comfort and ease." Emma said nothing. Her heart felt heavy. She had spent the last few nights thinking about Jack and their conversations. His words echoed in her mind. You have to follow your heart. But how could she turn away from her mother, who had sacrificed so much for her? The church was full of guests. Liam stood at the altar, looking calm and confident as ever. Emma felt cold inside as she walked down the aisle, her mother by her side. But then, as the ceremony began, The church doors swung open. Everyone turned to see who it was. It was Jack. His face was flushed, and his hands were shaking. He stepped forward, his voice breaking as he spoke. "Emma, don't do this," he said. "You don't love him, and he doesn't love you. Please, don't throw away your happiness." There was a collective gasp from the guests. Liam frowned, but he stayed quiet. Emma froze, her heart pounding. She turned to look at her mother, who was glaring at Jack. "Who is this foolish boy?" Mrs. Green demanded. "Emma, ignore him. Do what's best for you." Tears streamed down Emma's face. She looked at Jack, then at Liam, who stood silently. Time seemed to stop. Everyone in the church waited for her next move, but Emma didn't know what to do. Was her future already decided? Or could she still choose? Emma stood frozen at the altar, her heart racing. She looked at Liam, who finally broke the silence. He stepped forward, raising his hand to stop the ceremony. "Wait," Liam said. His voice was calm, but there was a hint of relief in it. "I can't do this either," he continued. "Emma, I don't love you. My parents wanted this marriage as much as your mother did, but I've been in love with someone else for years." The crowd murmured in shock. Mrs. Green's mouth dropped open, and she turned to Liam in disbelief. "What are you saying?" she demanded. Liam sighed and looked at Emma. "You don't deserve a loveless marriage, and I don't either." He smiled faintly, then walked out of the church, leaving the guests stunned. Emma turned to Jack, who was still standing at the back of the church. Without thinking, she ran toward him, tears streaming down her face. She threw her arms around him and whispered, "Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping me." Jack held her tightly. For the first time in weeks, Emma felt free. Behind them, Mrs. Green sighed deeply, but said nothing. Her silence was her approval. Emma smiled. Her heart had chosen. A month later, Emma and Jack stood in a small garden behind his repair shop, surrounded by close friends. Their wedding was simple, but filled with love and laughter. Emma wore a plain white dress, and Jack's suit was borrowed, but neither of them cared. They were happy. Mrs. Green sat quietly in the front row, watching her daughter with a soft smile. At first, she had been upset about Emma breaking off the marriage with Liam, but seeing her daughter's happiness had changed her heart. She realized that love, not wealth, was the foundation of a fulfilling life. As Jack and Emma exchanged vows, Mrs. Green whispered to herself, "Maybe love is worth more than money after all." Liam had also found happiness. He married the woman he truly loved, and his family finally accepted his decision. The town was buzzing about the dramatic events at the church, but no one could deny that everything had worked out for the best. Emma and Jack worked hard together, building a life filled with small joys. Every day, Emma woke up feeling grateful she had followed her heart. True happiness comes from love and staying true to yourself, not from wealth or the expectations of others.